55 March 9th, 2009.
Why are you doing that?
I'm just doing my Rorschach impression.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. I just thought you had something in your throat, Nick.
No, it wasn't.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 55, as Rorschach said.
As their
This
as
is
the
our
impression
review.
was ruined by Alex.
Fuck you.
No, I think it was ruined to begin with, Nick. Sorry. But, what are we doing today? Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, this is our review of Watchmen.
Of Watchmen, which we saw in the IMAX on Sunday at the Tropicana.
Yeah.
Just to give a little bit of a plug there. If you're in the Atlantic City area and you're looking for an IMAX, there's one in the Tropicana, and I highly suggest you take advantage of it.
Yeah, and initially it was a very good film.
Yeah, so we got there in the early afternoon. A decent amount of people were there still. I mean, like, it wasn't sold out, but there was a lot of people in the audience.
And it wasn't packed like The Dark Knight.
And I heard that it was sold out on Friday and Saturday nights at the IMAX. In fact, I forget the exact figure, but it did very, very well in the IMAX opening.
Yeah.
And did very well in general for its opening. I think it was like 55 million. Something around there for its opening weekend. So, I mean, that was good. That was really good, in fact. And it was the biggest opener so far in 2009. Which is another good fact.
Yeah.
Now, before we get into it, let's just do a real quick recap of maybe certain rumors or reviews or how people were thinking this movie was going to be. Because there was a lot of hype for it and a lot of expectation.
Yeah. Most of the responses I heard is that, they don't like the ending, or they don't like the actress that played Silk Spectre, or the action was too slow.
Are you talking about fans now?
No, just
critics.
No, just the feedback I've been hearing.
From where? From where?
From people on the internet after we've
forums.
seen the movie.
Okay, did they ever read the book, you think?
Yeah, they read the book.
And
there's
they thought
there's
that
the
was...
diehards that got their underoos in a bunch, and then you got, the moderate fans like me that...
Well, I just don't understand, because if you've read the book, there isn't a lot of action in it. So how could they say that there wasn't enough action?
No, it wasn't because of the action. They felt, like the slow-mo stuff was just overkill.
Oh, okay. So they didn't like the action as in, they didn't like how it was done.
Yeah.
Okay, that's something different. Well, I did notice there were a lot of extended fight scenes that weren't in the books. I don't know if they were they weren't really necessary, but I think it was still cool to see them. Because like you said, I guess in a movie there needs to be some action.
Yeah.
So I mean, like the extended fight in the beginning when Comedian gets killed, it was not that long in the book. Like he really kicked the shit out of him before he killed him. Silk Spectre and Night Owl when they were fighting through the prison, that didn't happen in the book. You know what I mean? Things like that. Like, fights that were cool, but not necessarily...
But movie purposes had to be there.
Well, I mean, I didn't mind the fights at all. In fact, I enjoyed them a lot. Though they did all come across as superhuman.
Yeah, especially in the beginning when a comedian, punches his fist through a wall.
Yeah, I mean, I knew Ozymandias was superhuman, because he really was super quick and super strong beyond a normal human. But, I mean, even, like you said, the comedian breaking through the wall, Silk Spectre and Night Owl, when they kicked somebody, they went flying. They were superhuman. They were more than human, is what I'm saying. They had super strength.
Well, in the jailbreak scene...
they had super strength, I think. What do you think?
Well, yeah, they kind of they snap people's arms and breaking people's necks.
Well, you could do that, I think, feasibly. But when they kick somebody, they really spun out and flew across the room and stuff. So to me, that suggests that they're stronger than a normal person.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, AKA super strong.
Yeah. But,
also, I was going to say, I was listening to the radio on work today. They were talking about Watchmen.
Yeah.
And the female host was just I don't know why people went to see this. It just looks so stupid. She just wasn't a fan of the genre, and this movie wasn't going to change her mind.
Yeah.
Then the guy was like, I had read the book. He's like, and I liked the book. He's like, I didn't understand all of it, but I did like it. And he said the movie helped him understand the book a little better.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't exactly verbatim, it was very, very close. Yeah. So there was that, and the fact he said something I thought was very good. He said that it's a movie, you're either going to like it or you're going to hate it. And you need to go into the movie knowing what you're getting into. Because it's not a heavily action movie. It's not. It's cerebral. Mm-hmm. There's a thick plot to it. I don't know. I think if kids went, like he was saying, if kids went, they were probably going under false pretenses.
Yeah.
They might be thinking it was a dumber action movie, like a Wolverine.
Yeah. This
But
isn't
it
a
wasn't.
movie for kids.
No, definitely not a movie for kids. I agree with you. You know, it was a movie for the demographic that showed up. Like I was saying when I read that one article you sent me, 75% of the audience on Friday night were males over 25. I think that was the target demographic.
Yeah.
So anyway, you know, and there was a lot of expectation, of course, because Alan Moore's classic, the greatest graphic novel ever written.
From the 1980s.
No, in general, the greatest graphic novel ever written, Watchmen. Even Stan Lee said it was the greatest, and he said, they were like, well, what comic book do you wish you wrote? And he's like, the one I wish I wrote was Watchmen. That's what he said, and I thought that was excellent. So anyway, enough of that. I mean, I just wanted to give like a frame of reference going into this movie.
Yeah.
You know, I expected it to be good, but I didn't expect it to be as much as it was.
Yeah.
So let's go into it then,
Okay.
if you want to lead in.
Yeah. I felt this was a very good, straightforward adaptation of the graphic novel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Zack Snyder kind of avoided like the detours, like the subplots with the humans and stuff like that, like the kid reading the pirate comic.
Right, I think he alluded to it a little bit. Remember, like when they died in New York City?
Yeah.
There were different points where it was alluded to, like you saw the two characters even at the end. But yeah, and a lot of other subplots were touched on, but not really explored. Because, you know, say what you will about the movie, it was a film adaptation,
Mm-hmm.
and it couldn't possibly hold up to the book.
Well, no.
So what you have to do is make a movie that has, you know, a lot of the key elements from the book, basically.
Yeah.
So he chose the main plot, and then he went with that.
Well, I mean, he focused on the main superhumans, like.
Yeah, he focused on the main plot of the book.
Yeah.
Which was fine. I mean, because a film is a different medium than a graphic novel.
Yeah.
And, you know, I kind of feel for Alan Moore because I was reading an interview with Alan Moore about how, you know, it was never meant to be a film and it shouldn't have been turned into one because Watchmen uniquely explores the possibilities of a comic book. You know, that's what it was meant to be read as, and that's what it dealt with a lot of. You know what I mean? Like, he chose that medium for a reason. It wasn't meant to be a film because it couldn't fit in a film. So anyway, I'm just saying, you know, there's a difference between the novel and the film.
Yeah.
But I think he did well. I think he did a really good film.
Yeah, I mean, going from 300 to Watchmen, Zack Snyder, he's on a roll.
I
feel.
agree. I think that he's getting better and better with every movie.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be hard to top this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, kudos to the young director, man. Because he is a young guy. I think, what does he only have, like, these 2 movies under his belt?
Pretty much, yeah.
But, I mean, he's got a huge cult following now.
And also Tyler Bates, who worked on the score of 300, worked on this movie as well.
Excellent score.
Again, you know, top notch.
Yeah,
you know?
excellent score. Excellent visuals, too. I thought they were pretty good.
Oh, yeah. They definitely kept some of the visuals from the book, like Night Owl's Nightmare. No pun intended.
Oh.
But, like,
Literally, so much was lifted from the comic panels. Like,
Yeah.
they better, you know, give a nod to Dave Gibbons because they basically use, like, his visualizations for the whole movie storyboard.
Yeah.
Like, there was scenes straight out of the panel. Which was good, I liked it. I'm just saying it was straight out of the
I think
book.
he was credited for it. I mean, Alan Moore, like, signed a contract saying he wanted nothing to do with it.
He signed a contract?
Yeah.
I thought he just stayed away from it. Like, he didn't want to know anything about it. He doesn't watch it. Nothing.
Yeah.
That sucks, though. The one thing that sucks is that, I mean, I did love the movie, but it sucks if you created something and they turn it into something you don't like. You know what I mean? Like, Alan Moore has to hear about, like, Watchmen, and he fucking created it. You know what I mean? Like, and he has to hear about how awesome the movie is or how bad the movie is. You know what I mean? It sucks. Like, they turn it into something he didn't like.
Well, he's gonna not like it no matter what.
Yeah, but I'm saying it sucks he doesn't have the power to even stop it. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna use his work no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's got to be a shitty feeling. But for what it was worth, I thought it was a good film.
Yeah.
I mean, just don't go in like comparing it to the book because they're 2 different things. Exactly. I mean, that's what I would try to say to Alan Moore, but you know, you're too close